Hi, this is PR Sundar. Welcome to this special episode where I am going to talk about a particular sector. That's a suspense, you will come to know little later. So, this video is sponsored by taxbuddy.com and delta.exchange. For the last 1 year, and if you see which sector has done huge outperformance. So, surprisingly, it is the PSU Banks. Just look at this data. Between November 1, 2021 and November 1, 2022, in this 1 year, Nifty has given 1.2% return. Bank Nifty has given 3.8% return. But PSU Bank has given a whopping 20% return. The last 1 year, markets have not been doing well. Last year, October, is when Nifty hit all-time high of 18,600, and then from then markets have been very volatile, and markets have not gone anywhere. But in the last 1 year, PSU Bank index has given 20% return. If you look at the private sector bank, they have given only 2.8% return. So this is from November 21 to November 22. But if you take the last 18 days, that means from November 1, 21 to November 18, and Nifty has given about 2% return, Bank Nifty has given about 6.7% return, and PSU banks have given 32% return. And in fact, so this time the Canara Bank results came, their profit was up nearly 88 or 89%, and that has triggered a huge re-rating of PSU banks. So that's why as of November 1, PSU bank index has given 20% return, but in the last 2 to 3 weeks, it has given additional 12% return. So 32% return is a fantastic return. In fact, in social media, I also put it in the last 1 year, and I made some small investments. So the best investment I made is PSU Bank Index. I bought some PSU Bank Bs and I got nearly 40% return. Now the question, can we invest in these PSU banks now? Because there's already shot up so much. And I always say in stock market, stock that is going up will continue to go up. A stock that is going down will continue to go down. And overbought market will continue to be overbought, and oversold market will continue to be oversold until you go bankrupt. So this is a famous statement. Basically, what has happened, this IBC has helped many banks, insolvency and bankruptcy court. So that's one. And then many banks, PSU banks, have been put under PCA, prompt corrective action. So because of that, so they were downgraded by many people. So those prices have come down. But now their balance sheet is looking good, they are making good profits, and slowly they are getting re-rated. So in my opinion, PSU banks have still lot of values. Still they can catch up. So here I am showing you Aditya Birla Sun Life PSU Equity Fund, and you can see last 1 year, so it has given 20.22% return. And you can look at the graph, it was just steadily going higher. You may ask one question, sir, it has already shot up so much, is there any point in buying? And look here, Bank of Baroda current market price to book value is 0.93. So many PSU banks are trading below their book value. In a layman point of view, what is book value? Book value, if the company closes down, they dispose their assets, and by receiving the money, by disposing the assets, and if they distribute that money to the shareholders, how much for one share you will get? That's called book value. That's a real intrinsic value. And many PSU banks are trading below the book value. Of course, State Bank of India is trading at higher than the book value because State Bank of India is the market leader. That will always have some premium. Many PSU banks have still lot of values are left. Not only that, just to compare, you look at the private sector bank comparison. HDFC Bank 3.6 times the book value, ICICI Bank 3.5 times the book value, Kotak Bank 4 times the book value. So most of the private sector banks trade anywhere from 3 to 4 times the book value, whereas the PSU banks are still trading below 1 book value. This shows that if these PSU banks continue to perform well, sooner or later they will be re-rated. The stocks can do really very, very well. Recently, ICICI Prudential PSU Equity Fund, I think it was launched just 1 or 2 months before only. Already net asset value is around 10.47. If you want to invest in PSU banks, so what are the ways you can do? Either you can invest in mutual funds, ICICI Prudential Mutual Fund, but you see they have an expense ratio of 0.75%. So mutual funds, they will have some expense ratio. But you don't want that. The best way you can do, you can just directly invest in something called PSU Bank Bs. As I told you, I invested PSU Bank Bs, but I don't remember exactly, 8-9 months before I think. That is the best performing instrument in my list of portfolio. If things go well and these PSU banks have a lot of values, there's a lot to catch up. These stocks have little downside. The downside is not much. And of course, number one, I am not a SEBI registered person. You consult your financial advisor before investing. And number two, the markets are at near all-time high. So we don't know. So you can wait for some correction to enter, and then you can always go for some systematic investment program. So buy something, so if it falls 5-10%, you can buy some more. So you can use that SIP route. You all know I am a big fan of investing in high dividend yield stocks, but PSU banks I did not focus much because although they are very cheap, when it comes to dividend, they don't declare good dividend. You look at PFC, REC, so Coal India, other PSU entities, not PSU banks. So they all give very good dividend yield. But if you are going for PSU banks, mostly you can expect only the capital appreciation, not a good dividend yield. You can consider, there are a lot of people troll me, Mr. Sundar, you promoted Vault and I put money there and I lost this and that. So I repeat once again, if you really want to come up in your life, don't blame others. And number one, I did not put the gun on your head to invest in Vault. And go through my videos very carefully. Even the Vault CEO also admitted in the video that crypto intrinsic risk. It is not regulated by any regulatory authority, and the volatility is higher, and the IVs are always more than 100. So we always suggested just put 5 to 10% of your portfolio in Vault. You all know that I have a lot of shares in Sun TV. In the last 1 week, it has fallen 15%. So you tell me to whom I can go and complain. If you have put only 10% of your portfolio, even if it has gone to zero, you are just losing only 10% of your portfolio. Assuming that your remaining 90% of the portfolio has given 10% return, so that 10% would have been recovered. Please stop blaming other people. Take responsibility. And some guy even said, Mr. Sundar, you compensate. So what argument is this? You put the money, if profit comes, you keep it, loss comes, I will give you. So that's the best way, right? If like thousands of people, lakhs of people have lost it, their loss may be 10,000 crore, where do I have 10,000 crore to give? Please understand, whatever we speak in our video, it is our opinion. It may be right, it may be wrong. And I always say, we have right to be wrong. Do your own analysis and invest with your own risk. The risk comes, it is yours. The reward comes, is also yours. Please do not blame others. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thank you for watching.